Hey, what's up, everybody? New patron just dropped. His name is Pobat, and he wants me to listen to a song. So I figured, what better way to welcome in a new patron than to listen to their priority queue that they are given. I really don't know what to expect here. This is completely new. I think I've heard of this group through the grapevine, but I have no clue band-wise what to expect, what their sound is going to really be like, and I'm very interested because I don't know what Limbus company is at all, and I don't know who Mili is. I know MYTH ROID. That's all I've got going on here. I know the vocalist, I guess, that's featuring. Enough blabbing, let's get to the reaction, shall we? Let's go. Alright. Okay, already got some dissonance in the strings there. Ooh. Mechanical percussion. Ooh. Interesting note choice. Lukewarm, yeah. Okay, it's kind of starting to bop a little bit. I was apprehensive, now I'm kind of getting into it. Ooh. We building. What are we building to? Ooh, nothing. Okay. We got a gap. These lyrics are messing with me. Jesus Christ. This is a lot more dark than my usual content. Whew. I'm here for it. It's just so left of center for what I'm usually listening to on here. Even the sadder stuff isn't this dark. Kind of back to the vibes again. Latin? Is that what that is? This is very minimal, too, like, instrumentally. There's not too much going on. All that texture in there. Oh, there's so much. There's so many sounds. Whew. All right, so thoughts. All right, so definitely a darker song, like I had said. That is definitely more, like, I did not drink a depresso today. I didn't anticipate being thrown lyrics like that. Musically, very intriguing compared to the stuff I've been listening to recently. This is kind of why I like being thrown curveballs once in a while, because a lot of the songs I've listened to have been very, like, even if they've been simple, they've been more complex than that. That was very deconstructed, stripped down. It was basically just a beat, a few synths, and strings, and that was it. There wasn't much else other than like the textures they were throwing in. It was more aural noise than it was like music, you know. It had a lot more texture with the sounds they were using as sound design more than it was using instruments to do that, and I do like those changes. That was super neat. But also, like, what's up with the story? I have no clue. Like, we're talking child soldier level things going on here. We're talking the darker ends of like Neon Genesis Evangelion, like that level of, man, things aren't going well in this world, are they? And I don't know how to process that. It does a lot to my brain that's not the best, and while I appreciate it for what it is musically, contextually, it kind of puts me in a legitimately poor mood. I'm open enough about my situation to admit that I have a fault in processing lyrics that hit that deep and that dark, but I'm also not ignorant to how important they can be. This song definitely hits on those darker emotions that can be hard to process and bring to the forefront and explain and talk about in general. So I think it's important to have songs like this that, even if they're working in a fictional space, talking about subjects like this that are a little bit more tough to talk about is a very important thing, and I do definitely like that they did that. I think there's something to be said about how this song is so generally simple in its composition that kind of adds a support to the vocal lines and drives that sort of deeper discussionary topic that the lyrics have in there, where it's explaining and describing this world and situation that isn't all okay and hunky-dory, you know. It's very real and gritty. But I would also be lying if I were to say that I would add this song to my own personal mix of music, because while I definitely like it and I don't find it a bad song at all, it's just not a song I would find myself personally listening to if I had the choice of pretty much anything else. It's very interesting to me for that reason. I think a lot of it is the psychological impact it has on me, and just processing that is a lot to ask in most situations. But I would definitely understand why somebody would want to listen to this on a regular basis, because it is a very well written and handled song, but it's definitely not for everybody, and I think it's valid to say so and to admit that. It's actually really rare to have a song like this. It's kind of nice to say stuff like this, because usually what I am listening to, I just flat out enjoy, and I would add it to my daily playlist, and I'm sitting here bopping with it like, yeah, let's go. This song challenges that average view I have on music, and while I definitely wouldn't add it to my normal playlist, I definitely like that it exists. It's a very interesting concept in my head. As much as I might be sitting here on this fence of like, do I not like it if it sounds like that, I want to make it clear. That's a beautiful song. I think it's worth validating and mentioning that perspective, that you may not have to hate something just because you wouldn't add it to your daily listen. But that doesn't mean you can't like it and respect it as music. I think that is to be said about a lot of things, including genres in general. There's good music in every genre, in my opinion. I believe that there is good music in more commonly hated ones, like country. There are some brilliant musicians in country. That doesn't mean all of them are good. And that's the type of thing that this song is making me bring up, which is super nice to be able to talk about, actually. But I think that's about all my thoughts are. It actually took a while to like process what I wanted to say on this one, and I'm sure I'm gonna have some work in the editing bay to make all of it make sense to at least some degree. But thank you all so very much for watching, and thank you, Poe, for putting this song into the queue, because I never would have listened to it otherwise, I think. I don't think this would have ever crossed my path. But if you like this video and you want to support me, by all means do so. If you want to get a song on a queue like this, my Patreon is always open for that. We have special queues for certain tiers. And if not, you can just leave a comment and let people give your comment a like, and if we get enough of those, I usually end up getting to it at some point in the future. But anyway, I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!